So it's it's a new fun thing. If you haven't followed us, go follow us at Boulder Bag, and you see the videos I do. I try to do them once a week, but probably about every other week right now. We're trying to show some of the great changes we're making, and one reason why I was excited when Chad, when you reached out, was we're making some changes to our belts, to the pads, and different things. And I needed someone to try them out, but I wanted someone to try them out that was already a Boulder Bag person.
Right.
Because we're not. This isn't a paid review of what you thought of some of the changes we made, and what you're seeing right here is in the new Ultimate Electrician belt that we came out with.
Yeah, and I enjoyed wearing your product before, and then the changes you've made are changes I definitely think make a big difference in my experience.
Yeah. Well, let's go through a couple things. So I had a guy just yesterday. One of my favorite things, if you're an electrician, you wear our pouches, and you call the office, more than likely I'm going to speak with you. You email me at dusty@boulderbag.com, or you buy something from us off our website at bouldertoolbelts.com. I'm going to be the one responding to you. The actual slots in our pouches. A guy told me yesterday, electrician, like, Dusty, you've got to highlight. How accurate is that?
Oh yeah, the setup is awesome. One thing I do like is you can set them up different ways. I work with guys. Most guys will have these linemen upside down up front here. Other guys will have these in here and have the screwdrivers up front. There's multiple ways to set this up that fits your style of how you work. So the pouches, the bags and the pouches are on point on where they should be.
Yeah, and we use a 15-footer. That's that out too, but it's not a huge. Your tape measure at this point. I've never utilized that bag because it is small.
Yeah. Or that little pouch, but I've had plenty of places. It's never been an issue.
Never an issue. No, we have tape clips so we can be around your hip, but we love that part of what we've done. And then also what you're noticing here are different colors, and we're going to show you the array of colors we're coming out with. I want to give you something different. We'll talk about what I love about these bags is one, they're bigger. So I have different ones that are just our standard, I guess, if you will, electrician pouches. But these being our ultimates, a little bigger, and they have different spots. Like the top pouch here on your...
my favorite part, by the way. I put my ground screws and my ground crimps and stuff in there. They're just right there. Never have to dig for those in my bags. They're right here in the little pouch. Other people use it for...
Yeah, cell phones. Yeah, I was with a guy this week out in Nika, and he was like, "Man, I love this because guys just slide their cell phone right in there, and they, you can close it up, and it's in a safe spot too." So There's lots of ways where this helps you. And what we wanted to do is we were making some changes was with the belt itself. So as you notice, first of all, the handles, and we'll get into that. But this pad and the Boulder Bag tool belts for a long time, we've here. And what I'll show you real quick is there's that. Let me show you the current one. So if you buy what's called I guess we call it interiorly, you're here in the office, a 100 or 104. This is the pad that we've had forever.
Yeah.
It works and lasts forever. We're going to show you how long Chad's had his. But this is the size difference what we gave you. It's 3 inches on just complete size. And the reason we've done this was to give it a lot easier for you guys that are wearing so much weight on your hips. We wanted to give you a bigger belt pad to actually look more like a weightlifter belt, so that it distributes that weight better on you. And then the other thing we've done is you'll notice on this pad, it's a 1/2 inch foam, so it's very durable. It's really thick, but while it's durable and thick, when you go put it on, now you got a full inch.
Yeah, and that was a little bit of a struggle, I would say, and you get used to it. But when you put these, and then when you get it settled, you get to work. But with what you did here, that eliminated that problem.
Yeah, so we had some feedback on that. And this is the other thing. Look, once you become part of our Boulder Bag wearers, become part of what I love to source you and get information. We had guys sharing the issue with that. I think you might have shared it with me too. Make sure I have it on. And so what we did is this belt, or pad rather, still is a 1/2 inch pad. Then we get to the ends. What we did is we actually put in a smaller foam. And then we sewed the end too. So what happens now when you cinch this on, it's actually going to get a lot closer to you. And now you only have maybe a 1/2 inch on there.
And so, a huge difference, yeah.
And you noticed that when you put it on?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It was one of the highlights of oh man, I don't have that issue. I just put my belt on and get right to work. Yeah. And
then of course the handles. Our favorite thing that we wanted to do for a while, and these are really high quality webbing that we use for this. This is going to last you a long time. This isn't just going to fall off. And what did you think of having the handles based on what
the handles were awesome. I'm at the college, as you guys know, but I'm an electrician and I do a lot of work. And I would just set my bags in my trunk, and a lot of times the tool belt, the tools would fall out. Now, I'm thinking of you guys in vans. You can hang those up, So you can carry them as you're building, you know, putting all your other boxes together and all, and then you can hold those in your arms instead of having to always put them on. I used to use cylinders as my handle, and that's obviously, just look there, when that's full of stuff, it wants to tip out. So this made a huge difference in being able to just function on the job, going from spot to spot. And you take the belts off after lunch and come back, and they're nice to handle with those handles.
Yeah, so those are some of the changes we've made, just the belt to make your experience better. And then the other thing we want to talk about, for those of you who don't know Boulder Bag, part I'm excited to have Chad is that he wore them. He wears our bags, not wore them. He wears them. His sons now learn them. That's awesome. We'll talk about his son's experience. But is that we love to share what's different with us. Number one, we're made in America. So we're coming to you from Utah, from Salt Lake City. This is where the company was started over 25 years ago now. And but what we do is we use military grade materials. So this is what's called like 1,000 denier Cordura, but it's extremely, and we're going to show you in a minute, durable. It's lightweight, so this isn't like buying your leather bags there. I mean, you're already putting on 40 pounds before you put in 40 pounds. These are extremely lightweight. When we ship these out to you, I have to put it in at 4 pounds. It's really 3.5 in a box. So we have to put 4 pounds. So I know our shipping on a single bag. So when we send these out to you, these are lightweight, but they're extremely durable. You're gonna feel the hand on them. They're pretty soft, but they last you forever. Chad, how many pairs of bags of ours have you had?
I've had 2 pairs of these bags in 15 years. So I've had these ones for going on 5 years now. Mm-hmm. And there's a couple little issues. This little rip, I'm not sure where that happened. Yeah. Actually just noticed it when I went to go show that, but it obviously hasn't been something that's been detrimental to me getting my job done. And then I have this guy right here, and that was a prank. Right off the bat, after I got these bags, one of my apprentices thought it'd be funny to shoot these to the ground with a nail, and one of those little nail guns, and I had to rip that out, and I just put a piece of cardboard in there. But after we talked, I found out that you guys have warranties. Now that wouldn't be natural use, right?
Wouldn't be natural use, but I still take care of you.
Yeah. So I could have, instead of just improvising with a piece of cardboard, like you see here, to keep screws and stuff from falling out, I could have just talked to Dusty, or I could have just sewed something on. But they'll take care of you here.
Yeah, so just so you guys know, a 3-year limited warranty, as Chad said. So any normal wear and tear, get it. But if you have a rivet pop, you somehow get a screwdriver, you shove it through the bag. Shouldn't happen, but it does. I've seen it, and some of the stitching and things like that. If you have issues, just get a hold of us at dusty@boulderbag.com or sales@boulderbag. I'm answering either way. All I'm gonna ask you for is a video or a picture, especially if I don't get where we are on the bag or on any part. That's the tool pad or the pad on the actual tool belt. Anywhere on our bag, you have an issue, get a hold of us. 3-year warranty, and I'm gonna take care of you. All you do is pay for shipping both ways, or actually one way if I don't need the bag back. But you just show me, hey, here's what happened. I'll take care of it, and we're gonna get you a new one. Our bags, you talk about 15 years, 2 sets. I mean, that's what I'm finding out. I got a guy came in, he bought his bags in 2003. He didn't want to change his bags. He just wanted a new belt. So I gave him a new belt and pad. You can go on our Instagram page on at Boulder Bag and go watch that video. Not a paid actor. A guy came in the office. I was like, hey, I want to do a video with you. And showed him. He's one of the same bags. I asked him, hey, you want new ones? He's like, no, don't touch my bags.
Don't touch my bags.
Don't touch my bags. The guys want a new belt and a pad. But they last forever. So the hand on these, they're softer. Some of these other guys, and you can talk about this, you might feel more rigid. You're going to see their bags and they're going to feel them. Look, we do a soft bag. The actual hand at the end, it's called a soft finish. And the reason we do it is it's just more quality. It's easier on you, number one. Number 2, it lasts longer. And number 3, it's just because it's a premium product. And so when you go buy jeans, go buy whatever. Go buy your Wranglers. I'll tell someone, go to Nordstrom Rack if you want to, and go look at Joe's. Those Joe's jeans are softer. They're more expensive. It's just a better material. It's the same thing we do here. We could get a PVC or a plastic finish on these, so you want to feel more rigid. It's not better for you. They last longer. When they wear in, you see these. I mean, there's an actual sag. That sag's good.
Right. My son, as he talked about, he's excited to have Boulder bags. Everybody in the company that he works with, is the company I was working with, they wear Boulder bags, and he's on a budget, and these are what they are when it comes to price. He bought these bags, and he was super excited because of the logo. They were bright. They had a big rubber bottom on the bottom to keep them so that they would last longer. Well, within a week or 2, his thighs were raw from that plastic rubbing on his legs, and then started wearing through his pants. And so, big brand name tool company trying to do bags. doesn't have it down quite like this. One thing I love about your bag is like I said before, is you can tell when a guy wears his pouches, wears his bags. You get the guys that have the Boulder bags, and how long have you had those? 6 years, and they look brand new. You're like, you don't wear your bags. You're the laziest guy on the job, right? And you see those guys that are hardworking dudes, like you said, that have the bags and they're just fit to their body, and they've had them for 5 years and they wear them every single day, and they've just wore to their body. That's why they look a little different, but they're still in great condition.
And then they last forever. And so, and part of it is they're handmade. These are hand cut, hand sewn. When I say hand sewn, they're machine sewn, but sewn by actual people and not mass produced. Get them out pretty quick. But let me show you what's cool about these things too. We think about you electricians all the time. And one of the things we have, and these are our ultimates, right? We have the other ones, but our ultimate bags, what makes them ultimate is that we have what's called connector pouches. And this is something new for Chad too, because this is
I've
why
had ultimate bags for years and didn't know why I had. I put my tape measure.
Yeah, but tape measure, people put their screwdrivers there.
Oh yeah,
lots of different things. So what we have is these connector pouches. So think about this: you're going on a job and you have just, talk about other parts of it. If it's bits or if you have more screws for this job or anything else, and you're like, man, I don't want them burying them in my bag. And you have to keep reaching down to grab them, and it's just different than any other job. We have these connector pouches. This has a metal thing on the back. And you notice on the sides, we call this scuba. This is heavy duty. This isn't gonna wear out. So if you have that job coming up, you just take this, slide them right on the side of your pouch there, and now it's connected. So for that job, you need those bits, you need that access to them. You have it there. I know that I give you one. Look, if you hang out, there's more. I have one more for you. So you have two of them on either side of your bag. If you needed one just a little bit different. So let's say that one was for one's from something else on there. And then you can go more to the technical terms. Then you have these, and here's the other one that was given to me at NICA. This is why I love sourcing electricians. I showed a guy this, and he was like, Dusty, that is perfect for a drill battery. He's like, for my extra battery. He's like, because if I'm up on a job and I don't have my battery inside that pouch, he's like, that's perfect
right
for what we have.
And I was thinking when you were talking about that, the company I've worked for, and through my experience, I'm either doing service calls on residential or commercial, or I'm running a big commercial job, or helping on a house. And you guys all know that that's all different products. So I either got staples in my pocket, or I got screws, or I got the big connectors for MC or Romex. And half the time you're looking for a Romex connector and you've only got MC connectors. This would be good to stack up with, if I'm going to a commercial job, I throw that one on. If I'm going to a residential job, I throw this one on. That's a great. Another thing I was thinking, you got an apprentice, if you're a foreman, that's always on a cell phone. Take a cell phone and zip it up in there, you can't ever use it.
Yeah, that's the teacher's desk. It's the new teacher's desk.
Yeah,
Give that to me, hand it.
It's gonna be in here until the day's over.
And then when you're
back at lunch.
And when you're done, you don't need it. In the next job, you don't need all that stuff. And this is really simple. They slide right off, and you can keep them in your you keep them in your truck, keep them in your van, or anywhere else, and you don't have to worry about them. And then they're there. And guys, those are also covered by 3-year warranty. So you shove something through there. Every one of my products, we want you to wear them. We want you to know that you got a quality product. It's still a 3-year warranty on all of our connected
I don't know a lot of bags that even last 3 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, they don't. Most other ones won't have a 1-year warranty, or they don't have one at all. They want you to reuse them. We'll get into pricing in a while, but it's one of my favorite things to point out. So another one that we think about electricians. Number one, I know you're all sports vet. Well, not all. If you're like me and you, we're sports guys. So if you notice this, the reason why I did these is that we're actually going to be getting some stores in Austin, Texas. And I started thinking about markets. And this started in Denver. So if you're a friend of ours and you are in Colorado, go to your Rexel store and ask them for your Bronco bags. I don't have any here to show you because I've sent them all out. They are royal blue bags. So the base is royal blue and orange pockets.
Wow.
For the Broncos.
That's actually really good.
Yeah, so go to your Rexel store or call them and say, hey, I want my Bronco bags. They will set you up and they'll take care of it. But we did burnt orange here for Texas. So if you're hook 'em horns, we got your burnt orange bags. And let me show you some other fun ones we're coming out with. These are new. This is one of our camo bags. And then this is going to be easily, I know, this is going to be our number one selling bag.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the deer hunt next weekend that I'm going to be on, and I'll be wearing my tool bags on.
We call this backwoods camo, is what our vendor calls it. We have your live tree camo. Pardon me?
Real tree.
Real tree. Toby's helped me out. Toby's always got my back. We had Johnny on the other video.
Yeah.
Toby's the other one. They all keep me.
Yeah, everybody here is on point. Johnny on point.
Johnny's on point, and Toby's got to keep Dusty straight on that. Look really sharp with the black on our camo. Those are good. And now for those of you who know we're in Utah, if you're a Ute fan, Arkansas. So we do red, but if we have enough, so if you're a company out there and your colors are red or you want to match your colors, get a hold of me. We're gonna take care of it. We can put patches on here. We can do lots of things.
Salmon Electric, I've worked there, and a lot of guys wear Boulder bags. Salmon Electric colors are these, but they're BYU, like the owner's BYU fans. So I don't know what they would pick.
Well,
they would go with the BYU
our
colors,
standard,
or they would go with their company
our
colors.
already standard color. Red is not standard, but our royal blue. So none of that ugly navy nonsense. But our royal blue is standard. Nice. So we do have royal blue. So right now our colors are black, royal blue, and green. And so, but if you want one of these other ones, we got that. Let me show you my last one. And Chad, we were talking about you being a hockey fan. So if you're Vegas born and you're
Vegas. I'm not a big Vegas guy right now. They did the Marc-Andre Fleury made me mad, so we won't get into that.
If you're VGK, okay, or VGK, yeah, we got you here. Or we just love that tan. That tan, you can find that on
a nice color, regardless of sports. I didn't think of sports when you showed it to me. I just thought of color to be wearing.
I always think of the Saints, and then I got to remember, hey, what about the Knights?
Yeah, the Saints and the Knights.
Let's talk about suspenders real quick. Well, I forgot about this. And so our suspenders are still, it's the quarter-inch foam on these suspenders. Extremely comfortable. Well, you can talk about how comfortable they are.
Oh yeah, I've been wearing these suspenders. I'm an on and off guy with suspenders. You know, if my back's hurting, I throw the suspenders on. If I'm doing a lot of overhead stuff, sometimes the suspenders and just that in general will hurt my neck, so I'll take that off and I'll wear it on my back. So there's some solutions to all this. I could get rid of some of the weight and put them in those connect pouches, and be fine. But I love, as we talked before, about the 3-point connection here. Most bags that I see have a 4-point connection, and I asked you, why does it feel so much better? I never put the science behind it, but you explained the science why this 3-point connection. One thing I do like is that you have these, what did you call these little plates?
Yeah, these are, again, for your connect pouches. So that ribbon right here, that scuba. Again, if you want the same thing with our connect pouches, they will slide onto the front of your suspender. So if you've got stuff, you wanted it hand-ready on your hip,
I always use for my cell phone. I always use one of those Gator boxes. No, what's it called? The Otter box.
Yeah, the Otter
for
box.
my phone, and it has a little clamp, and I would just, running big commercial jobs. I got a ton of apprentices and foremen. You got a lot to do. You just stick your cell phone right there, and add markers in there constantly. So these are used a lot for a lot of different things.
Use them for a lot, and we're gonna come out with some new stuff on that too. Again, if you give me feedback, guys, and you're like, hey, you know what? I think it'd be really cool here, and this is what I would like. By all means, if we think it's really, really good and marketable, we'll come up with it.
Right.
And because you give me some feedback we've worked on. These front pockets here. We know sometimes if you're a journeyman out there, you might say, man, my tools, the handles are really fat. Hey, look, I'm gonna start adding some more slack on these front pockets. That's strictly from feedback from guys in the field.
Right.
And what's awesome about us being made in America is I'm not having to go to my Chinese factory. I just walk back, talk to Johnny.
Yeah.
Say, Johnny, can we do this? And he'll talk to our sewers, talk to our team, and we'll say, yeah, we could do it, and here's how we can. So if it's good and we know it can work, and I'm gonna give you feedback and say, hey, thank you, and then I'm gonna send you some goodies. Because if it's good and it's gonna make you guys happier, then that's awesome for us. Yeah. And that's what we want.
Right, that's awesome. I like that. So.
Okay, so make sure we go through any others. Let's talk about prices. When we know one thing here at Boulder Bag, I'm not the least expensive bag you're gonna buy, and there's a reason. For us to be quality products, we're a premium product.
Right.
But what we try to do is we know there's ones that are $300, $400. I'm not in there. I'm not a leather bag that's cost you $450. There's some the materials like this. They're around $350. Okay, or you can go buy others that are $120, $130. That's about where we were before. But for us to keep our quality, so if you buy my 100 or 104, we're about 145, 148, 155. If you get into my ultimate bags on my standard colors, blue, black, and green, we're 155, 165.
And that's the ones that come with this little pouch.
Yep, that's with the ultimate pouches.
And the little straps.
And guys, starting in 2022, or very soon, it'll come with this ultimate belt. So we're getting these produced. I want Chad to wear it and everything else. These will be coming out. So you have the ultimate belt will come with our ultimate pouches.
That's awesome.
So you buy my ultimate, if you go on there, you got the ultimate Electrician's pouches. It's gonna come with our ultimate belt. Okay, and you're gonna be between 165 and depending if you did one of my custom colors, 184 at the most.
And that's really reasonable. You guys think about it out in the field. we're spending a lot of money on boots. You know, I go spend $300-400 on a good pair of boots on a job site because they're comfortable and they'll last me long. This is no different, right? If you got tool bags that hurt your back and you're just, chances are your back's cramping up and you're putting the tool bags out, getting yelled at that you're, you know, taking one screwdriver at a time to work and you're less efficient, and then you put them back on. That's what my son was going through. Like, Dad, I can't wear my belts, they hurt. And now, you know, I talked to him, he's like, my belts are on the whole time. They're worth that purchase. If you spend $75 on a pair of bags that you don't wear and they wear out within 6 months, and you go buy that same other pair because they're cheap, you're spending more money and you're hurting yourself physically while you're doing it. This is the same thing as a work boot. You know, this is about comfort. This is about you being able to be the best electrician you can. You know, we're both into sports, and I remember people saying the shoe doesn't make the man. You know, these guys have a sponsor with shoes, and I'm like thinking of Pro Wings,
right.
The shoe that I used to wear when I was a little kid, and trying to picture Michael Jordan in Pro Wings. He's not going to be able to do what he does in a good pair of shoes. So, same thing here. You know, these are going to last you a long time. They're really reasonable in price, if you ask me.
Yeah. So, and those other places will give you, they said maybe a 1-year warranty, or they're going to take care of things. We're 3 years. So for 3 years in that time period, something's going on. Again, that $175 investment into what you're going to wear is going to last you a long time. And if there's issues, we're standing behind you. We're going to take care of it. We're not going anywhere. We've been around for 25 years. And like I said, I'm going to ask you for is a picture and a video. Hey, what happened?
Yeah.
And then we'll work out, and you're just going to pay shipping to get something out to you. And no one else is going to do that for you. And we want to stand behind you. And again, once you join the Boulder Bag thing, if you give me feedback, guys, I'm always going to respond to you. I really will. And I love the feedback because I want to help you out.
Yeah, I love that you're taking this great product and you're finding ways to make it better. You know, it's awesome. So commend you guys for that for sure.
Well, I appreciate it. So if you're watching right now, if you want to do bags, you need some help. First of all, if you tell me, hey, I watched you on Utah Electrician live page or on ours on Boulder Bag, I'm going to send you something extra too. So cool. Maybe we'll work on some discount stuff, but I'm going to send you something extra. I promise you, I'm going to make it absolutely worth it. But if you want to see, I got a few of these left, okay, that I have here. They're going to go into Austin, but I got a few of them. So if you're really in the rust, or if you want camo, get a hold of us. Get a hold of me, Dusty at Boulder Bags, or at Sales or Boulder Bag. You can call the office, 801-265-8089. Either me or Toby are going to answer the phone and take care of you. But just really want to appreciate it. And Chad, any other final thoughts before we run?
Well, like I said, you guys know that most of the products, or all the products I go by, are things that I use, and sometimes people kind of hound me like, I don't even like that product. Well, I do, and this is a product that I stand by. It is quality. It's here to help you. It's going to help your body, and it is an investment in your body as well as production, and it just simply is.
Yeah. Well, Chad, thanks so much, man.
Yeah.
This has been awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, hit us up.